Mike Dell's World number 396 for November 9th, 2023.
I think it's time for Mike Dell's World. There it is.
And so how terrible was that episode yesterday? I'm going to call that the world's worst podcast, or at least my world's worst podcast. Yeah, that was all done with AI. 100%. The only thing that I did was publish it on my WordPress site, which put it out to the podcast world. But I'll tell you how I did it. First, I had ChatGPT write me a script about AI and podcasting. Then I edited the script a little bit to get rid of some of the extraneous crap that it put in there. And then I went to Descript and I trained Descript to use my voice. That did sound like me, but it wasn't me. It didn't sound like me normally. Had no soul or something. I don't know. It was weird. But it did a pretty good job of pronouncing everything, and it sort of sounded like me, at least my voice. But yeah, wow, it's crazy. But anyway, I trained Descript to use my voice, and then I fed that script into it, recorded it. Then I told ChatGPT to make me some artwork for it, and voila, there's the podcast episode. I told him to make a 10-minute episode, and mercifully, it was, 3 or 4 minutes, something like that. But yeah, it was hard to listen to. So I don't think, at least the process I used, I don't think that's ready for prime time. But some of those tools are getting pretty cool. The episode artwork that I've been doing this whole stretch of NaPodPoMo has been AI generated, but some of them I had to do about 6 tries at before it made one that was worth it. And it doesn't spell worth a crap. That's one of the bad things about image generation. If you have any text in that image, it just doesn't do it. But it does make some pretty interesting artwork. If you haven't seen the artwork, well, you should get a different podcast app. And speaking of podcast app, thanks for those of you that answered my question about what podcast app you're using. I switched to Podcast Guru for a little bit, and then I found one that I like a little better. What is it called now? Castamatic. So that's the current one that I'm using in place of Overcast, because it has the same features as Overcast, and it adds a few other features such as value for value and that kind of thing. And I still use Podverse and whatnot for the live stuff, because Castamatic doesn't have the live in it. I listen to a couple of shows that go live, and you can listen to those right in your app rather than have to go to wherever they're live streaming. So it makes it pretty convenient. So I've been playing with Castamatic and kind of switched over to it from Overcast, and so far so good. I'll continue to report on that. But yeah, otherwise everything's going good here. Still recovering from the shoulder surgery. That'll be an ongoing thing for the next couple months. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm doing physical therapy home version. They gave me sheets of exercises to do, all passive range of motion type stuff. So no physical, I'm not moving the shoulder with my shoulder muscles and whatnot. It's all passive, using my other hand, or in this case, a golf club to do range of motion for external rotation. But it's still a little sore, but it's getting there. The range of motion it's okay. It'll get better after I lose the sling here in another month. And then I can do regular physical therapy with a therapist and get range of motion back and strength back and all that. So yeah, it's doing quite well. My doctor told me I couldn't drive for the whole 6 weeks, which is horse crap. I've watched a whole bunch of different physical therapists and doctors on YouTube, and all of them say, well, once you're off the narcotics and as long as your vehicle is compatible with driving one-handed, then you're good. So I can't drive my Toyota Corolla with a stick shift, but I could drive my Chevy pickup truck. I haven't been doing a lot of driving, but I've done some, just a little bit. But for the most part, I'm just taking it easy. Just had to hire someone to take care of the leaves in the yard. He got done with it here a little while ago. Otherwise, I would have recorded earlier, but all the machinery was running. So got that done, or used my checkbook to rake the leaves rather than my body. Sometimes the most powerful tool in the toolbox is the checkbook. It's my wife's birthday today. She's now the same age as I am, which I won't tell. But at least for a couple of months till I bump up another notch in January. But we're having a party get-together this weekend, which is kind of okay. But what's weird is that we're doing it on Saturday at 3:00. And I just got a notice from the power company yesterday morning that said, oh, hey, we're going to have a planned outage from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. on Saturday. So not only is it going to get cold here, and cold in here, I'm going to bump up the heat a little bit before that happens so that it'll retain a little more heat. And so, yeah, so we get to party plan in the dark, or with no power. So that'll be not fun, but oh well, stuff happens. Gotta make sure the phones and iPads and laptops are all charged up. I guess if we want internet access, I don't suppose I need that. And we'll just load up my podcasts and call it good. So Saturday's episode ought to be interesting to record because I'm going to have to do it either early in the morning or after the party. So I don't know, maybe I'll record ahead. I do that from time to time as well. So maybe I'll record 2 tomorrow and meter them out. But anyway, rather than just going on and on, I'll cut this one off. And thanks for listening, and continue to listen to Mike Dell's World here. And again, if you want to try one of the new podcast apps, go over to podcastapps.com or newpodcastapps.com, or you can go to podcastindex.org/apps. There's a whole bunch of ways to get there, and download something new. Like I said, I recommend Castamatic or Podcast Guru. If you're on Android, Podcast Addict is pretty good. I think Castamatic is only iOS, but they're good apps, and they've got some features that other apps don't have, so they're well worth playing with. And I was also on the Napod Pomo, whatever, I forget what it is. They do it every morning, a session on Zoom, and I was the guest of honor on Wednesday's session. So I don't know where to find that, but I'm sure it's there somewhere. Anyway, catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.